एक ओंकार. Let's all go back today to those days when we would all sit glued to our television sets on Sundays watching Mahabharat and hearing the words मैं समय हूँ, मेरे अलावा कोई नहीं जो हर युग की कथा सुनाए, मेरा कोई अंत नहीं क्योंकि मैं समय हूँ. Time, my friends, is the truth of every human who is so deeply engrossed in its clutches that hardly does he realize that he is a slave to it. Time and space. You're all bound in these illusions every single day and moment. You take birth, then blossom, then fade, and then die. All transient. Changing gears, halting, reversing, going forward, some maneuvers, some roadblocks, certain detours, and again smooth roads. That's life and time. But while all this running around is happening at the external level, know that there is this one part within us that is so timeless and stationary that for ages mystics and sages have been connecting directly with the divine at that one point or bindu. Have you ever heard nothing is lost forever in time? Because in reality, in this space-time continuum, there is only one constant thing, and that is change. But that point of change is the center of all centers. And that point is the point of creation of all illusion as well. It is from that point that we understand that time is for real, and yet we say that we are all puppets in the hands of time. हम सब कठपुतलियां हैं इस समय के हाथ. So how do we come out of that state and not be puppets anymore? We need to find a way through time while not being a part of it. The reality is, you are in time while not being in it at your core. You come from a stationary source, run here and there in time, and go back to that source to end or to begin the journey all over again. For some, this journey is a joyful one some of the time. For many, it's a struggle most of the time. But from time to time, destiny changes and you keep going through cycles of past and future. One thing though that remains constant here is the present, this moment, now, which will move forward for sure, but each time it will move forward, in that moment, it will be still. So know this moment and you will know something that is deep, that is still. You will know Kal. You may know the Reet of Prakriti, the biorhythm of the human body, the Dharma and the Karma Chakra of this universe, which are all eternal and beyond time. Want to know time better still? Step out of all duality in your mind and remain focused at one thing at a time. Time will cease to exist for you and you will not be bound to it the way you are now. While you shall continue to live as per your schedules, the way you do every day, you will be aware of a larger reality which is beyond the mental concept of time. Time is related to the mind. But this Prakriti is so vast that once you start focusing or meditating, you shall cross certain limitations set for you by nature and go beyond the subject-object definitions, beyond certain ways of thinking and become more aware. And in that awareness, you may know that change also means changelessness. That there is something eternal in nature that is masquerading everything within the concept of time. Let's start today with that intent to know time and meditate and pray for pure knowledge that takes us beyond the limitations of time. Namaskar.